Hi, this is the screencast for add and subtract polynomials. Um, the learning target for this entire lesson is add and subtract polynomials in a variety of settings, but you actually already learned how to do that. You learned how to do that in the two earlier screencasts, which was watch add polynomials intro and subtract polynomials intro. So we're not going to go over that again. You can just watch those videos instead. However, in this lesson though, some of the subtraction problems that you're going to be looking at are given in words. So this lesson is going to focus on how to subtract two polynomials when given a problem using words. So in order to be successful in this lesson, you have to know already how to add and subtract polynomials. And remember that that just means that you know how to combine like terms and you know how to perform distribution. After you are good with this lesson, then you'll be able to do a lot more advanced things with polynomials. And just an example of that would be function composition. And that's something that, is probably going to be seen in like a pre-calc class. But this is just a good foundation for higher level math that's going to come later. Okay, so using words in math. Let's just start with the problem. Chloe took 2 cookies from the plate that was holding 9 cookies. How many cookies are on the plate? Okay, so if we see what's going on, there are currently 9 cookies on the plate. Chloe's going to take 2 of them. And now there are obviously 7 cookies on the plate. So what are we doing? We're doing 9 minus 2, which is 7. Now, that's not how the numbers were given to us originally. What we were doing was 2 from 9. You're taking 2 away from 9. So this vocabulary word in math, from means it's going to be subtraction. But it also sort of means that the numbers are going to be switched. Really what you need to do is just pay attention to what's going on in the math, but I thought that this would be just an easier example. If you're taking 2 cookies from something, it's subtraction, but you got to pay close attention to what was originally there versus what are you taking away. So let's see how this translates into a polynomial problem. Oh, yes, there are 7 cookies on the plate. Okay, so we are going to subtract x squared plus 5x minus 7 from negative 2x squared plus x plus 5. And again, our answer should be a polynomial in standard form. That means that the largest exponent should be on the left and the smaller exponent should be on the right. So let's go back to this from. If we're subtracting something from something else, means that I'm taking this amount away from here. So I started with this. I'm starting with the negative 2x squared plus x plus 5, and I'm taking that much away. I'm going to take away x squared plus 5x minus 7. So when we write the problem, the negative 2x squared plus 5 plus x plus 5 is our minuend, if we're going to be technical. It's the number that's going to come first, or the polynomial that's coming first. And we are subtracting the subtrahend, or the thing that comes second in a subtraction problem. Okay, and as we've discussed in previous units, in the previous screencasts, when we're dealing with a subtraction problem, it's really a type of distribution. There's really like an invisible negative 1 here, so change it to add the opposite of negative 1. Change it to add the opposite of 1. And we are going to distribute. So the first thing that I would usually do is just get rid of the parentheses of that first polynomial, because we really don't need them. Then we distribute the negative 1 to the x squared, which is negative x squared. We're going to distribute the negative 1 to the 5x, gives us negative 5x. And when we distribute the negative 1 times the negative 7, negative times a negative is positive. So at this point, you can just combine your like terms as you see them. If you like to, and there's nothing wrong with it, you can rewrite it so that your like terms are close together. That is optional. So negative 2x squared minus x squared, that's going to be a negative 3x squared. You have a positive x and negative 5x, that's negative 4x. And then our 5 plus 7 is going to be 12. So we have negative 3x squared minus 4x plus 12. That's how you solve the problem. So you need to be very careful with your vocabulary when you see that from. We know we're subtracting. We know it's a subtraction problem. But pay close attention to which polynomial is going to go first and which polynomial is going second. So hopefully that example helped illustrate how you subtract two polynomials when given a problem using words.